house, Joseph of Arimathea, the people closest to you will walk away from you. The three closest pals you have will nowhere to be found. Where are the 12? Why did they not build a wall around him? Even the one that cut someone's ear before left. Because they no longer understand your assignment. Because what is it about you? Because now people come to kill you, you're joining their ears together, you're being kind to your haters, you're being nice to people who disappoint you and betray you. What is it about you? So because of the lack of understanding of what you're dealing with, some of them walk away, not because they hate you, but they don't understand. How can you be so nice to people that betray you, people that want to steal from you, people that you know what they did to you, people that not what you think they did, you know, you have evidence of what they did. How can you still love them and support them and bless them and pray for them and stand with them? So the people around you who know that begin to walk away because, nah, this is not right. With all these things this person did, or these people, or this organization, or this nation did, you're still showing love. No, I can't hang with this. I can't hang with this, please. But you got to be on that cross. This is not a time for vanishing. There is time to vanish. There is a time when we will declare Makemi Shogoda Barika Rutubate Kato Regegedesha, break out, break in, break forth, release this person off that. There is a time for that. I am praying that right now. I came to strengthen you to stay on that cross. You're a leader watching this right now. You're going through pain, you're going through shame, disgrace. God said to tell you to stay on that cross. Stay there. It is gory, yes sir, stay. It is shameful, yes ma'am, stay there. Disgraceful, I get it, stay there. It is disappointing, it is not what you expected, yes sir, stay there. You're raising people to life on one hand, on the other point you're dealing with death. Stay there. The cross was in the ground. It was shameful beside him. Hello, hello, hello. This is the day that the Lord has made for rejoicing and gladness. Thank you for joining us for pop-up prayer. If you kindly share, for those joining, thank you for joining late. We actually started a little bit late, but we strongly encourage you, if you can just share, and let everyone know that we're live now. Share, and we can just take this brief moment to pray. Good to see you on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. This is pop-up prayer with Dabo. So I just want us to take 1 or 2 minutes to share quickly, and then we can pray. It's going to be very brief, very strategic. This is the intention for this session. So if you're joining from any part of the world, from the United States, from the UK, from any part of Europe, from any part of Africa, we encourage you to share, irrespective of the time you're joining. I'm looking forward to us praying strategically. Today is the first day of December. It is not coincidence that we're praying today. Let us get ourselves ready, brace ourselves for an interesting 2023. But whilst we're waiting for that, we just want to open our mouth and thank God. I bless God for you that you're still here. If you're watching this broadcast, it's an indication that you're still here. Not everybody made it to December. Not everybody made it to the last month of this year. Not everybody made it. So if you're watching this, whether you're watching it now or you're watching it later, it means that you're still here. Now, irrespective of what you've gone through, despite that you may have gone through a whole lot of attack, in spite of everything that the enemy had put on you, in spite of how the enemy tried to take you out, you're still here. My God, you're still here. A lot of you don't even realize how powerful that is. You cannot even fathom the depth of that, because we've heard it so many times of I'm still here. We don't a lot of times seem to understand the depth of that word, that statement, that you're still here. The reason many of us cannot fully appreciate that is because we don't even understand the amount of attack that we've been under. We don't seem to understand the pressure that the enemy had put. Now let me paint a little picture to you. Two people. I want to paint a picture. This is not what I want to pray about, but let me paint a picture of two people to you. First, we prayed about Job the other day. First is Job. If you look at Job chapter 2, when Job was put under the pressure that he became under, he did not even know where it started. Watch this. Because Job did not have a conversation with God, did not negotiate with God, did not have any dealings with God, not the devil, for him to be under the pressure. It was God that asked Satan that if he has considered Job. That is one part of it. So some of you have been under, just like myself included. Some of us have been under an amount of pressure that we did not bargain for. We didn't negotiate for. We were on about doing our business, doing what we want to do, our ministries, our business, our job, running our families, doing our travels, going out for missions, and looking after people, being kind, being nice in the community, doing your political work, whatever you're doing. You were out about doing it, fulfilling it, getting excited, having a result. Like Job. Job was a wealthy man. Job was doing good. Job was known. Job was rich. He was affluent. He was a good man. Little did you know that God was bargaining. God was getting into a contest in that context. He was getting into a contest in that context about you, proud about your achievement. Are you hearing me? God was proud about your achievement, proud about your consistency, proud about your resilience, proud about your commitment, proud about your dedication. There is somebody watching this broadcast. The reason you've been under the amount of pressure you've been under, not because you did anything bad. I got to say this. I have to say this. There is somebody watching this broadcast. The reason you're feeling so much pain. Hey, good to see you, Sarah. Good to see you, Bumi. The reason you're under the amount of pressure you're under right now, the reason you're going through being ostracized, being rejected, being betrayed, being hated, and look like you're lacking everything. It looks like everything in your life has fallen apart. The reason that is happening is because God. Is that not ironical? That God has been proud of you and you're going through pressure. I would think otherwise. Can we be real now? Can we be real? Can we bring it on? If I'm proud about my babies, I give them something. So this is how the human mind is wired. If I'm proud about my children, I want to buy them stuff. I want to surprise them with a gift. Christmas is coming. A lot of us are buying gifts, hiding them because we're proud about our children. We're rewarding them. It's coming to the weekend. We're planning weekend out and weekend trips. We're planning a meal for our children. This is how the human mind is wired, that when you're proud about someone, you reward them with good things. You reward them with nice things. Can I have a witness, or is it just by myself? You reward them with lovely things. You rain praises on them. But watch this. In Job chapter 2, God was proud about Job, which exposed Job to an attack. Oh my God. Somebody better hear this. God was proud about Job, but the pride of God about Job, the pride of God about him exposed him to an attack. Oh, Jesus, somebody better hear this. The pride of God about Job exposed Job to an attack. Job was exposed to an attack because God was proud of him. Oh, my God, my God, my God, my God. I got to pause for a minute. Somebody better take that in. 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 I said, because God was proud about Job, Job was exposed to a challenge. Because God, hey, my brother, Apostle, good to see you. Because God was proud about Job. Is that not shocking to us? God was proud about you and you're under attack. God was proud about Job. God said, have you considered? Have you considered my apostle? Have you considered my prophet? Have you considered? Have you taken a look at my pastor? Have you watched out this evangelist? God was proud about a preacher. God was proud about a teacher. God, have you considered this servant of mine, this helper in this church? God was proud about Job, but Job was exposed to a challenge. Two people. The next person that went through a challenge that he did not even know about, Peter. Jesus met Peter and said, the enemy is requested. He required, because there is no way the enemy will require request to sift Peter, and there was no conversation between him and Jesus. He said the enemy has desired, he has required, he has requested, he has put in a requisition to sift you as with. He said, but don't worry about it, though you were not part of the conversation, but I prayed for you that your faith failed not. Now, this afternoon, I want to pray for people right now. I want to pray for you. I speak into your life. I speak into your family. I speak into your business. I speak into your job. I speak into your ministry. I speak into your career. We pray that your faith will not fail. Are you hearing me? I declare this day in the name of Jesus that your faith, that your faith will not fail. I declare right now that though the enemy has desired to sift you as wheat, but I pray right now that your faith will not fail. This prayer today is specifically for those who have been committed. This prayer, this pop-up prayer, this first day of December, this last day of the month, which will initiate us into a new year. It is for those who have been consistent. You've been consistent, yet things are falling apart. You've been committed to the course, yet things are falling apart. You've been dedicated to the vision that God gave you. You've been protecting the assignment that God gave you, yet things have been falling apart. You've been persistent. Not that you're giving up. You are not going through attack because you did anything wrong. No, you've been persistent. You refuse to defile yourself, yet you've been under attack. You refuse to give in to the pressures from Satan, but yet you are under attack. I want to tell you something. Most of you, not everyone, most of you going through that, experiencing that, is because God is proud of you. I came to encourage you. I came to strengthen you and pray faith into you and pray strength into you, strength in your spirit, strength in your mind. I'm speaking to somebody right now. I came to pray courage into you that your faith will not fail, just like the woman who refused to give up, who kept going back to the unjust church. I declare right now in the name of Jesus that your faith will increase, that even though the answer was no, that you will not stop going ahead, you will not stop pressing on, that even though it looks like it is not working out, even though it looks like the stack is against you, even though it looks like they've rained on your parade, even though it looks like the doors are shut, oh, you're like that individual that say the great and effectual door has been opened unto me, but there are adversaries. That in spite of the adversaries, in spite of the adverse situation, in spite of the contradictions, in spite of the difficulties, I pray that your faith will not fail. I pray this day, this word, this prayer is for those who have been consistent. Your hands are in the plow. You have refused to give up. This is the 12th year. All the promises that you had from January, it looked like it is in vain. It looks like it will not come to pass. It looked like, let me tell you something. I'm not here to tell you that in the next 31 days, everything that you did not get in January will come to pass. I'm not here to tell you that. That is not what God is telling me. I'm here to strengthen you. I'm here to encourage you that even though it does not come to pass, good to see you, good to see you, good to see you. Victoria, good to see you. That even though it does not come to pass, that you will still hang on. Look, I didn't receive a word from the Lord to come and tell you this afternoon that everything that did not come to pass in January will come to pass in the next 31 days. That is not my assignment. My assignment on this first day of December, this pop-up prayer, is to encourage people like yourselves watching on Instagram, watching on YouTube, watching on Facebook. People like yourselves, good to see you, Estelle. People like yourselves who have refused to give up. You got the flu, but you did not give up your faith. Oh, come on. You were broke, but you did not break down. Do you hear me? You were betrayed, but you did not go back. You did not faint. You kept on sowing. It looks like your money ran out, but you refused to give up. You kept on sowing. I came to declare strength. And you shall feel the anointing now. I came to speak strength into you. I came to declare strength into you. Yes, I came to speak into your life that even though it looks like everything has gone out of shape, I came to declare into your life that you will not give up, that your faith will not fail. I came to encourage somebody today. I came to speak strength like Jesus prayed. Jesus said, the enemy has desired. The enemy's requisition is that you be destroyed. Hey, the enemy's request is that you be annihilated. The enemy's request is that you be left in oblivion. The enemy's request is that you be obliterated. The enemy's request that your family be wiped out from the surface of the earth. The enemy's request is that nobody will reckon you. Nobody will acknowledge you. Nobody will speak with you. The desire of the enemy is that though you are anointed, that yet there is no impact in your life. The desire of the enemy is to sift you as wheat, to take impact away from your walk. Do you hear me? The desire from the enemy is to take effectiveness from your assignment. The enemy has desired, listen, when you sift wheat, you remove the valuable part and leave the chaff. The enemy's intent is not to remove you from the earth, but to make you ineffective, to remove the value from your work, to remove the value from your assignment, to remove the weight of glory from your race, to remove what people will want to reckon with from your life. But the devil is a liar. This day I stand by the authority of the Lord. I join faith with you and I begin to speak strength into you. I don't know where you're watching from. I don't know when you will get hold of this broadcast. But on this first day of the 12th month of the year 2022, I speak as the authority of the Lord and I speak strength into you. I declare this day that your faith will not fail. God gave Satan the instruction in Job chapter 2 concerning Job. God said, you do not touch his life. Do not touch his life. You can touch everything, but do not touch his life. Let me tell you something. There is a preservation of life for you. God said, I'm preserving your life. Everything may be touched, but your life. Because as long as your life, that as long as your life is still together, everything will come back together. Are you hearing me? As long as your life is still together, as long as your faith is still together, Jesus said, I prayed for you, Peter, that your faith will not fail, because he knows that without faith it is impossible to please God, that he that comes to God must believe that he is, and he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. It is the evidence, the eloquence of things not seen. By it the elders obtained. Oh, come on now. God said that part of you that will cause you to obtain will not fail. Do you hear me? You may look like you've lost a lot in this season. You may look like you've lost a lot this year. You may look like you did not get a lot of the promises of God in your life this year. But God said, I prayed for you. Good to see you, woman of God. God said, I prayed for you that your faith will not fail. You didn't hear me. When Jesus prayed for Peter and said, I pray that your faith will not fail, God was telling him that the part of you that will enable you to obtain something from God will not fail. That even though the enemy thinks he gets something, even though the enemy thinks he struck you, even though the enemy thinks he has attacked you, even though the enemy thinks he's knocked you down, that he's stolen something from you. Hey, man of God, good to see you, Pastor Lee from South Africa. Salute, sir. Even though the enemy thinks that he has stolen from your family, Jesus said, I prayed for you that your faith will not fail, because faith is what caused the elders to obtain. Faith is the quality that causes you to obtain. Is what gives you the ability to obtain something from God. So Jesus was, in other words, telling Peter that I prayed for you, that it may look like you lose something now, but the quality within you, the virtue within you that will give you the enablement to obtain will not fail. I said it earlier. That today's broadcast is not necessarily for everybody. Today's broadcast is for those who have been committed, but yet it looks like your life is falling apart. You've been consistent in the work that God has given you. It may be ministry, it may be marriage, it may be your money, it may be politics, business, it may be politics, it may be entertainment, whatever sector that God has called you into, child care. Good to see you, man of God, Pastor Kerry. Whatever sector God has called you into, I came to press strength, Rabba Shakaba. I can feel this in my belly. I came to press strength into you. I came to press strength. I came to press grace into you. I declare on this Lord's Day, join in my faith with yours, that your faith will not fail, that your strength will not fail. Oh, Barabasha. For those of you joining late, I gave an analogy of Job chapter 2. The Bible said when God had a conversation with Satan, he asked Job, have you considered my servant Job? Now, I said that God was proud of Job. Now, you got to watch this woman of God. You got to watch this man of God. It is you I'm talking to now. God was proud of Job. But God being proud of Job exposed Job to a problem. And I said, for as many of us that have children, you know that when you're proud of your children, you give them things. When you're proud of your children, you buy things for them. You take them holiday. You give them what will excite them, what will make them happy. My kids are in school right now. If I'm proud of them, I'm planning things in my head that they will come and rejoice about. But this is how human beings work. This is how our minds work. So it is challenging for us to understand the fact that God was proud about Job, but God being proud about Job in Job chapter 2 exposed the man to a problem, exposed him to a loss, exposed him to losing his children, losing his friends, losing his resources. How can you be proud about my work? How can you be proud about my consistency? How can you be proud about my being persistent? How can you, God, be proud about the fact that I refuse to compromise? How can you be proud that I remain celibate, that I remain pure, clean, that I remain righteous? How can you be proud that when everybody was going around town, that I refused to go around town? How can you be proud of me that I did not soil my hand, that I did not consult any voodoo, any juju? How can you be so proud of me that I was so pure serving you, and that purity, as that being proud, that consistency exposed me to a challenge? How can you be proud of Job and then the enemy is afflicting his money, that the enemy is stealing from him, that the enemy is killing his children, that the enemy is driving his friends away from him, asking him to curse God? How can you be proud of me and your being proud of me provokes my wife to tell me to curse you? How can you be proud of me? This is what we're asking. But God said, do not touch his life. You did not hear me because you're still here. God has put a hedge around your life. Rabba Shekeya. God has put a hedge around your life. The enemy did everything, Pastor Kerry. The enemy did everything to you this year, but could not take you out. Try to touch your baby, try to touch your life, try to touch things about you, but could not take you out. Do you hear me? The enemy tried to kill things that you're building. The enemy tried to kill your business. The enemy tried to kill your family. The enemy tried to kill all your ministry, try to kill you. The enemy lied about you. You were ostracized, you were rejected. Is somebody hearing me? But God had put a hedge around you. God had put a protective clothing around you. God had put a touch touch not around you. God has secured your faith. The reason you're still up and about, Pastor Lee, the reason you're still pressing on with your five, the reason your family is still pushing on in spite of what was pushed against you, is because God prayed that your faith will not fail, that the part of you that pleases God, the part of you that obtains from God will not fail. And I came today to join faith with everyone watching today. I came today to join faith with you, not because I'm out of it, but I came to join faith with you. Listen, because I feel what you feel. I know what you go through because I'm in the same place with you. I connect with your faith. I can feel what you feel, the pain, the betrayals, the challenge, the loss, the difficulties, the struggles that you are feeling. I feel it. So I came to join faith. I came to join faith with you to speak this day that your faith will not fail. That your faith will not fail. And I pray strength into you. I pray grace. I pray, listen. You better listen to this word because Job did not curse God. In spite of the pressure on him, you will not curse God. Are you hearing me? Because Job did not curse God. In spite of the pain, you will not curse God. Because Job did not walk away from his faith. You will not walk away from your faith. Come rain or shine, come hell or high water, rain on my parade all you like, lie about my name, try to kill my vision, try to run away with my idea. You will not kill my faith. Listen, it is out of my faith that everything that you see was birthed out of. You gotta hear me. You gotta hear me. Oh, it is out of my faith that the money was made. It was out of my faith that the building was bought. It was out of my faith that the family came together. It was out of my faith that I pressed into a new anointing. It was out of my faith that I'm still living. So you can take everything you want to take if you like. As long as my faith, as long as my faith is still intact, I will get it all back. Somebody hearing me, I will get it all back as long as my faith. So Jesus prayed. He prayed for Peter. He said, I pray that your faith will not fail. Now listen to the next assignment. He said, when you are restored, when you are strengthened, when you come back to yourself, when you are knowing and begin to function again, when you begin to make impact, he said, you better strengthen your brothers. He said, this attack is not just for you. He said, this difficulty is not just for you. This pain was not just for you. This betrayal was not just for you. This lack was not just for you. He said, you now have a further responsibility of strengthening your brothers. He said, you're not just going to be restored. The enemy made a mistake when he tried to knock you out. You will not only be restored, now you're bringing other people out. You will not only be restored, you're bringing other women out. You will not only be restored, you're bringing other preachers out. You will not only be restored, you're restoring other families. You're restoring other communities. You're restoring other homes. You're restoring other businesses. I brought you out. Now you bring them out. This is somebody's word. This is somebody's word. Do you hear me? God said, I brought you out. Now you have a responsibility. You have an assignment. People are asking you, what is your assignment? Tell them, my assignment is to bring them out. They said, why? You tell them, because he brought me out. Oh, come on, somebody better say hallelujah. Your assignment, my God, good to see you, my sister, Pastor Jola. God said your assignment, when people ask you, what is your assignment? Don't speak no big English. Tell them, my assignment is simple, to bring them out. They say, what do you mean? You tell them, because God brought me out. God brought me out of that place because I'm responsible now to break other people free. God set me free to set other people free. God restored me to restore other people. God made me grow again. Now I'm responsible. I'm responsible to make others grow. God put my family together. Now I'm responsible to put other people's family together. Now, it's not about me. Listen, the attack was all about you, my God. I feel the prophetic anointing now. The attack was all about you. But God said to tell you the purpose of the attack was not all about you. The attack you felt, the pain you felt, the betrayal you felt, the heartbreak you felt, the beating you felt, the crushing you felt, the ostracizing you felt, the rejection you felt, lie about your name you felt, gossip about you you felt, stealing your idea you felt, lying about your assignment you felt. That God said to tell you, my Shokobaya, God said to tell you that the effect, the purpose of why all that happened was not all about you. He said, except the kind of wheat fall to the ground and dies, it abides alone. Watch this. But the Bible said that when it dies, oh Shamando Saya, it brings forth much fruit. Now you are dead. Now you better start bringing forth. Do you hear me? You've been asking yourself, why have I been hiding? My God, I feel this like for myself. God said, you were dead. It's time to bring forth. You were dead. It's time to bring forth. I'm closing. I can't go forward, otherwise I can't leave. He said, you were dead. Now it's time to bring forth. You've been on the backside too long. You were dead. Now you got to start bringing forth. They've killed you enough. They've destroyed your reputation enough. They've messed up your vision a lot. They've taken from you too much. They've taken time from you. They've taken resources from you. They've taken years from you. Years with your family. Years with your babies. Years with your ministry. Years with your vision. Years from your idea. They've stolen from you. Are you hearing me? Is somebody listening to me? They've stolen from you too long because you were dead. You didn't do anything because you were dead. You were quiet because dead men don't speak. Dead people don't fight for themselves. But God said right about now, you don't have to do anything against nobody. Now you just have to bring forth. Because when the seed falls to the ground and dies, it's dead. But when it's bringing forth, it brings forth. You are helpless in bringing forth. Do you hear me? Let me tell you all something. For many of you watching me right now, you're stepping into this month and next year, you're going to be bringing forth helplessly, effortlessly. You will bring forth the things you do, the results that will accompany what you do will be mind-blowing. I gotta go. But this is what I gotta tell you. This is what I gotta tell you. This is what I gotta tell you. This is it. I just want to take a moment and just think on that. Take a moment and just think on the fact that now is my time to bring forth. I've cried. I've been left alone. I've been left behind. Everyone went ahead of me. I've been lied on and talked about. I've lost everything I had. I lost people. I lost things. I lost resources. Opportunities that I had seemed like I lost. People that believed in me believed a lie and walked away. People that trusted me believed a lie and walked away. My most trusted people walked away from me. So what else is there to lose? But the one thing that you must not lose is your faith. But that is why you're still here. That is why you're still alive. That is why you keep pressing on. Have you ever wondered why, even though you're tired and feel faint and you feel angry inside of you, when the time comes for you to fulfill your vision, to fulfill your assignment, there you are again, you're back up. In spite of what was thrown at you. When the time came again for you to walk in your assignment, there you are. You were back up. You were pressing again. You were pushing again. You were healing others again. You were restoring others, encouraging others. Everything that you went through never stopped you from doing what God has assigned for you to do. Have you ever wondered why that is? Have you ever thought about it? I want you to think about it as we close. I want you to think about it. You are destined for this. Woo. You were destined for this. But it's not all about you. It's not all about you. You were destined for this. You were destined for this. You were marked out for this. You were prepared for this. But it's not all about you. 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 Thank you so much for taking the time to join us this day. And I want you to go back and think about it again. I want you to go back and think about it. I want you to go back and think about it. Why were you strengthened for this? All right, I gotta go. God bless you. 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 God strengthen 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 you. Pray grace into you. Pray life into you. Pray grace into you. I pray life into you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It is not over yet. Nah, it is not over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. You can join us tomorrow for the press. We'll be glad to see you. Bye for now.
Thanks for watching. Hope our broadcast positively impacted you. Follow Dabo Davies on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Click on the subscribe button and be notified of every time we